Welcome to A Songwriter's Journey. I'm Bob Williams. Thanks for tuning in. This is where I share my songs and the stories behind the songs, why I wrote them and the process I went through getting there, and the inspiration. Sometimes you have to dig a little, and sometimes it's right there in your face. I don't write complicated songs. I try to paint a picture of what I'm thinking, seeing, and fill in all the blanks. This is not a how to do it podcast. This is just how I do it. So I get a chance to share my songs and my process. I hope you or anybody finds it interesting and you tune back in. So what I'm going to do is share the story behind the song, how the song came together, and then I'll play you the song. Today it's going to be The Road Back Home. Road Back Home is the title track for my newest album right here. There's only 6 songs on the album, but I'm very happy with this album. I released this album the end of December 2025. So here it is. And it's on my website. You can find it. There's videos. There's all kinds of good stuff there. So let's talk about The Road Back Home. The inspiration for this song came about because I was working with a trainer in Black Mountain. I spend my summers outside of Asheville. I'm from Long Island originally. I spend my winters smartly in Florida. But anyway, the trainer I was working with, she always says interesting things. And she had gone back to New York by coincidence to visit with her family. And when she got back, I said, "How was your trip?" And she said it was filled with grief and gratitude. The one job a songwriter has to do, other than if they start a song and finish it, is they have to listen. When you hear the right thing, grief and gratitude, that's a great line. It was very easy to come up with the grief of going home. Just whatever stuff that goes on in families. You just think of Thanksgiving dinners, and maybe not in your house, but in the movies. So I was thinking about that. The hard part was coming up with the gratitude at the end. The grief was easy. So the song goes along. On the road heading home, tell you it's been way too long. Suitcase packed, GPS on the dash. Radio hums an old Jackson Browne song. Setting the stage. Welcome to New York. Traffic stopped on the LIE. Reminds me of one of the reasons I had to leave. I was just back in Long Island recently, and the LIE is just no fun. Back then, we couldn't agree to disagree. Years later, those last words are weighing on me. So I'm kind of building what this person is going home, and something has been said before. You know, this is the kind of thing you dig into your own feelings, but you dig into what you observe and what you've read, and obviously all the movies and TV shows. Chorus kicks in, and this is where it came together for me, because you need to move ahead. Grief and gratitude are holding hands on the road that leads me back again. I crack the window because I need some air. Lump in my throat, I'm getting closer to there. So there's the chorus. The person's getting closer to home. And what do they see? They're heading down their old street. I see the lights still on. That front porch has been calling me home. And everything appears the same to me. It takes me back to when I was 23. So there you go. That's the visualization. I actually just pictured driving down the street that I grew up on. We didn't have a front porch, but the light was always on. Mom's in the kitchen, Dad's in his chair. That's a real Ozzie and Harriet thing. My dad was never home, and he was never sitting in the chair. Smiles when he sees me standing there. All right, well, I made that up too. Nothing ever changes around here, but I can see they've been weathered by the years. Then I go back into the chorus. And then I'm going to discuss what happens next after I play the song for you, because that was the tricky part, coming up with the gratitude. So let's do the song. On the road, I'm headed home. Tell you it's been way too long. Suitcase packed, GPS on the dash. to New York, traffic stopped on the LIE. Reminds me of one of the reasons I had to leave. Back then we couldn't agree to disagree. Years later, those last words still weigh on me. Grief and gratitude are holding hands on the road that leads me back again. I crack the window 'cause I need some air. A lump in my throat, I'm getting closer to there. I'm headed down my old street, see the lights still on. That front porch has been calling me home, and everything appears the same to me. It takes me back to when I was 23. Mom's in the kitchen, Dad's in his chair. He smiles when he sees me standing there. Nothing seems to change around here, but I can see they've been weathered by the years. Grief and gratitude are holding hands on the road that leads me back again. I crack the window 'cause I need some air. Lump in my throat, I'm getting closer to there. With love in my heart and tears in my eyes, we forgive and forget all the things that we said. The weekend's finished, and I gotta go, but I feel something I never felt before. All these years, what I've been running from, it's the same thing I've been searching for. The quiet love behind their front door, it's all I ever needed and nothing more. Well, I can't stay, I need to go, but I'm taking their love with me down the road. I'm taking their love with me down the road. Well, I hope you like that song, because I like that song. And if you don't like it, I still like it. So, you get to a bridge. A bridge is something that you change up. It's not part of the chorus. It's not part of the verses, just breaks it up. And so kicks into, with love in my heart and tears in my eyes, we forgive and forget all the things that we said. So we don't need to go into in the song what the issue was. It doesn't really matter. And actually, by not going into the issue, you just leave it more universal. It's just, it could be anything. Anybody could, you want people to feel and relate to your music, and that's just something that can happen there. The weekend's finished and I gotta go, but I feel something I never felt before. All these years, what I've been running from is the same thing I've been searching for. The quiet love behind their front door, it's all I needed and nothing more. Well, I can't stay, I need to go, but I'm taking their love with me down the road. That's the kind of beautiful thing about songwriting. Sometimes you'll have a title and you're working on the song, and by the time you're done, the title's not even there. That wasn't the case here, but I didn't know how I was going to wrap it up, and it just got revealed to me. It just was there. It was just like fruit on a tree waiting to be picked. And that's why I love songwriting. I love talking to songwriters. Just when you get into this groove and things just open up to you. It's there. It's waiting for you to come and grab it. So I just felt really good about that. That quiet love behind their front door is all I ever needed and nothing more. And like I said, I have no idea how I came up with that. It's let's say it's genius, but it's not genius. It's just getting into the song, and then the song kind of reveals itself to you. So, I hope that you'll listen to the recorded version of this song on the album. There's some great backup musicians, and they just did a great job. Mark Moore, who produced it, just did a wonderful job. But before I go, I got a quick ask. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. That really helps. If you're watching this on Facebook and you're on my professional page, The Songwriter's Journey, please follow that. All that stuff helps. I'm not doing this for money. I'm just trying to get my songs out there and get them heard. Check out my website. There's lots of songs, there's videos, there's all kinds of stuff. I have a newsletter that'll go out with this podcast in it. And in there, I'll have the chord sheet and the lyric sheet for anybody that's interested in the song. And if you have any questions or comments, I'd love to hear from you. Till the next time, I'm Bob Williams. Thanks for being part of my songwriting journey. See you out there.